Hello everybody, this is Taylor with FTC Gaming Community coming at you again with a video on how to edit and modify files on an Exile server. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into ArmA folder, into the server folder, and then the Exile server. Go to add-ons, then we unpack the server config into a folder, which I've already done, and then we're going to edit the config in Notepad++. And just for brief description, this area right here that goes a lot away is the loot area where the loot spawns and everything. You can add to this and take away. So let's get on down. And by the way, this stuff right here is the chance that it will loot with the loot and the percentage of the loot. Pretty much this just tells you what the percentage of loot is over here. So I'm going to get down to the respect area. Alright, first thing, you have the garbage, which I just leave. So, alright, the database. Pretty much just self-explanatory. Right here is the brief description, and it'll also tell you, X days, which is this. I changed this to 14 days before the stuff is removed. I'm leaving this at 7. This one at 2, and the vehicles I moved from 3 down to 2. Then we're going to go into respect. This was a -100, but my opinion, if you automatically are sniping, brand new players, you shouldn't get nothing. So shouldn't get taken nothing either. So I just went ahead and marked it 0. Same for friendly fire, because I've accidentally shot some of my own teammates before. Because most of the time when you're in a heated battle, you don't even realize it, and one of your friends can come run around the corner and you accidentally pop him. So I changed that to 0, but everything else I left. This area I don't even bother with, because we don't use handcuffs, we don't capture prisoners. And the bonus I pretty much leave alone. Alright, now the Bambi area. Now this area right here is what new players spawn in with. I always like to give them weapons, so we come here, and I will link this site in the description below the video once I post it. This has everything in it, the characters, the vehicles. I mean, it has everything that Arma 3 has. So we're going to go to weapons. Now I'm going to give everybody a handgun. No, I don't want a Ruger. I want a 45. Or better yet, where's the Desert Eagle? But you know what? There's not one. So we're just going to give everybody a handgun. So I'm going to go up here to the 45, which is this right here. We copy this. This is the ammunition you'll need for it too. So copy that. Make sure you put a comma at the end, then space, then quotation marks, and then paste that in. Which I don't know why I put a space in there, so we're going to backspace. And now for the ammo. I always give them 5 rounds. So we'll open this in a new tab. And it's right here, so we copy that. Come back here. Supposedly there's another way of doing this where you can, put this in with the time symbol and all that, but every time I've tried to do it, it never works for me. So I do it this way. And that makes 4, and one more will make 5. Alright, here's where you can enable parachuting spawning. Some people like it, some don't, so I'm going to turn mine off because I don't like it. I like spawning in, and we turn the halo jump off. This is the distance to jump. Alright, number of minutes when a fresh spawner remains. Yeah, I'll leave this at 5 minutes. Actually, no, because now that they're spawning with a gun, I'm going to give them a minute. I know I'm very, very bad. And see, right here, where you only have the bikes and everything, I'm going to put in a 4-wheeler. So we come back here, scroll all the way down to, I think it's this, but I'm not sure. See, they got helicopters, tanks, everything, subs. Oh, yep, there it is. We're going to do this one. Copy it. Now go back here to Notepad, and you want to type it in exactly the way the top one looks. So we'll do 5 of these, space, quotation marks, V, and that's it. Now here's the loot area. Right now there's a 50% chance the loot to spawn in, chance and percentage of loot spawn in the building. I like to bump this up to 70, and I leave this at 75. And number slots per building, 4, yep. Number slots, yep, 3. Random spawn randomization, yep. Yes, I want to notify people. Minimum distance to trading zone, 500. And like I said, if you're not sure what it is, just read, the brief description above it, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, right here, this is my favorite spot. The vehicles. I leave the grid size like it is, but then I bump this up to, let's say, why not? 7 vehicles per grid. Alright, right here, this is where all the water stuff spawns in the game automatically. And here is all of the vehicles. Now, I'm going to add more vehicles in, so to add more vehicles in, especially if it's, has Exile in front of it, I'll show you an easy way of doing that. Go back to your ArmA server file, click on server, now go down to MP missions, right click, and unpack it into a folder. Now open up the config file on that. Sorry about that, I had a Wi-Fi aggro, so then we come down here. And this, by the way, is where if you want to add in, new stuff like new vests, stuff like that, you just pretty much follow the example above and then put whatever price you want. So ghillie suits, uniforms, but what I want are vehicles. So we want some hummingbirds in there. So I'm going to choose, oh, let's go right here. Let's go with the Hellcats. That's good enough. Copy. Then open up the other one. Make sure you always put an exclamation point. The very last one doesn't have a comma. I meant comma, sorry. V. We bring this one back. Space. I don't know why it did that. Let's cut that. You know, one is good. You don't want more of the same. So we'll do the hummingbird. Copy. Come back here. There's the cards, there's bikes. Let's do the black one. Quotation marks. Paste it. And a comma, and then a space. We'll do the mohawk. Copy. Only reason I'm doing this because I kind of like having spawned vehicles. That way it gives players chances to sell some stuff to get some money faster. Okay, I want to do black. This is my favorite copter. And don't ask me why, it just is. Okay, I think that's enough helicopters. Let's do one more. Let's do this one. I'll see there's the transport and then there's the cover. Let's do this one. I'll put the transport in there too, just for the heck of it. We'll put the black one in. Now to add some more vehicles. Don't care about a hatchback. Actually, let's see if there is a hatchback in there. No hatchback, so I'm going to put 2 hatchbacks in there. Let's go with the green and blue. Copy. Since I'm putting 2 in, spacebar again. And now I definitely want a Strider and a Hunter in there. Don't care about these, don't care. Don't care. Yeah, we want this one in there. Copy. And there's the Hunter. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this one in there too, the Hammett. Let's do 1 off-road truck. Let's do white. Make sure there's not one on here already, which there's not, so Oh, there's the Strider. That's the one I want. So far, I'm just making sure I'm putting commas after every end of the sentence. There's Tempest. Let's go ahead and put that in there. We'll put an off-road repair vehicle in there too. See, this part of the whole game is the most time-consuming. Adding all this stuff in. Alright, I think that will do it, but let me check. Make sure there's nothing else. Yes, let's add this in there. Alright, with the very last one, if you think this is going to be it, do not put a comma, because that means it's the end of it. Enable night vision, yes. Yes, let's enable thermal view. I'm going to leave that. The weather, we'll leave alone. Time. Recon, you want to make sure you have that, for especially if you're using some kind of Archon or something like that. And this stuff I went through earlier in the first video. So other than that, I think everything's good. Yep, and yep. Okay, now that that's done, we save this one, close it. Now to show you something on this one. How I was talking about entering a vehicle. Alright, let's look for, because there's two spots. Once you enter it here, you have to go all the way down to the bottom. Here, I'll enter one vehicle so you can see exactly how it is. We're going to go with a car. Okay, so let's open up this. Okay, we got the Strider. I'm going to go put a vehicle that I haven't seen in here in a while. We're going to go right here. We're going to copy this. Copy. Now go back to the Notepad++. Put this here. Now we gotta go all the way up under cars. It really doesn't matter what you put it under, but you want it to try to stick with a specific category. So vans, cars, SUVs, off-road trucks. I'm just gonna put it under off-road. Okay. We type in class, then paste the link. Go down here. Now pretty much copy the same thing that is typed right above the line. Whoops. I'm going to price this at, I say 16,000 is good enough. And that's how you enter in a vehicle. So now that that all is done and everything, we got the helicopters, we got the boats, you know, all that stuff added in, golf carts, you know, all that. Save that file. Then I'm looking for one specific item. Alright, here is the class vendors. That's what I'm looking forward to show you. Okay, you got the armor trader here, armory trader, sorry, and this is everything that's under him. And then you got the special operations, which is everything here. Then you got the equipment vendor, which has everything here, and so on and so forth. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna give you a little tip. When you in a couple videos from now, I'm gonna show you how to put the Australia map on an Exile server. And with the one I'm setting up for my clan, is we're only going to have 2 vendors, and it's going to be a food vendor and a vehicle vendor. And the way I have my food vendor set up, I have everything, you know, all the hardware stuff, all the equipment vendor stuff, all this other stuff under his stuff. And then the vehicle vendor, I got all the planes, boats, everything under him. Well, I mean, except for the boat vendor, I'm putting him in near the water. So in that video, I'll show you how to do that, put everything under 1 or 2 vendors. Alright. So after we close that, minimize this, which I will put that link in there. You want to back out, delete the old file, the old PPO, and then right click, PPO manager, and then pack back into the PPO. And then you want to delete that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up my other server, and I'm going to transfer this file onto there. That way you can see exactly, as you can see here, because this is my server. So what I'm going to do here is, oh, that's right. I'll show you, pretty much I'll show you. This might take me a minute, because what I'm going to do is transfer all the files and everything over, so give me a second. Okay, what I did so far was take the files out of my server, stick them on the desktop so I know where they're at, because I have them set up for a specific item way. So we'll copy this. That goes into there. Now we go to Exile. You won't have to do this. You can just simply, put it in the right. Just automatically start your server up after you do it. Okay. See, as you can tell, I got Australia on this server already. Been doing some editing to it and everything. I haven't got it. I mean, I tested it. It works, everything, but I'm putting in the vendors and everything. Okay. What I'm going to do is start this server now. And then I'll show you what it looks like after it starts. So I'm pausing it for now. Okay, as you can tell, the server has went through its setup and now it's unlocked. Now we're going to enter the game. And the only way to actually know if this actually worked is to play the game, and hopefully you see a lot of vehicles. So while that's doing that, actually there is a way to know. We go to a vendor and see if they have it. I'm going to pause this until we're in the game. Okay, as you can tell, I logged in. And now I'm going to look in my bag. And I got 3 rounds of the 44. Huh. Only 3. I wonder what happened. Commit suicide. Let's start again. Ugh. Okay. Let's go back here again. Okay. Reload. Inventory. 3 rounds. 4. Okay, 4 rounds then. Okay, hopefully we can find a vehicle. Well, look at there, right by the military base. Hot dog. Well, as you can tell, everything is good. So, okay, the next video I plan on working on is how to put Australia on Exile. So, I'll exit out of this and stop the video. Thanks.